If you want me to trash on this show, find another channel. This is not going to be me trashing on the show. And first match, we have Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. I like this match. I did. And some people online are like, there's a botch here, there's a botch here. Botches happen. They happen. That's human nature. I do not let that affect a match for me. I like this match a lot. They went fast at the beginning, and at first I was like, oh, brother, they're only going to give them like 7 minutes. Because of WrestleMania, everything was only lasting 8 minutes. They gave this match 21 minutes. No match tonight went under 10 minutes. For better or for worse. That was for better. That was for better, by the way. It was great. I really, really enjoyed this match. I thought it was very fun. Seth was moving and grooving. Braun, the newly added German suplexes he started doing are great. He just was powering Seth this whole match. He they said a description early in the match. They were like, you know, the only thing Seth has over Braun Breaker is experience. And they showed it in the match. Like, part of experience was the reason Seth was getting along, but then Braun Breaker's everything else would take over. The only part I didn't like was the interference. I didn't think that was necessary. I think you should have just had Braun win. But it was only like 5 seconds. Like, I got online, there was a dude who was like, the interference kind of ruined the match for me. And I was like, it was like 5 seconds. All he did was hit Austin Theory with a chair, hit Logan Paul with a chair, run into a stomp to Theory. I think that was it. Actually, he chased him off, so it was a bit longer. Hey, but it wasn't really that big of a deal. It was literally like a minute or two max. I think it was a minute. And then Braun spears. I was like, oh, it's over. 1-2, kick out. I was like, then Seth does pedigree, trying to get the order correct. I think I think he goes. No, so he hits a spear and then he gets up, kick out. I think he goes for another spear, pedigree. Then he goes for the like top rope, curb stomp, spear. Then he does the big spear, 1, 2, 3. And there was also a spot earlier with the where Seth does his like Falcon arrow. So he does off the top rope spear, suplex, and then Braun reverses it into a Falcon arrow, which I thought was sick. I really like this match. Braun Breaker winning was the absolutely correct choice under every circumstance. Braun had to win. He had to win. There was no ifs, ands, buts about it. Braun Breaker had to win this, and he did win it. The only thing I didn't like was the interference, but everything else was very good. I thought this was like a 4-star match. Like if I had to rate it, I don't really do ratings, but if I did, it was like a 4-star match for me. It was very, very good. It was not my match of the night, but it was very, very good. Next, we have Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. This was better than their WrestleMania match. This was a good match. This was a very good match. Um, there was moments where it got quiet. There was for sure moments where it got quiet, but they hate Sammy. They hate Sammy so much, and so they were just pouring booze and booze and booze when Sammy was doing anything. And, and Trick came back. Sammy keeps letting his distraction, Lil Yachty, distract him. There was a time I didn't think that, but I did think Sammy was going to win just to get that heel heat back. That did not happen. Thankfully, Trick Williams does retain. By the way, a great. He hit him with the kendo stick. If he would have done a haluva kick, I was scared of that. He pinned him after the kendo stick, and it's WWE, so I was like, oh no. Oh no. But it was fine. It was fine. He won. Trick won, and that's what matters. Trick got the win, and that is nice. It was a good match. I didn't like it as much as the Braun Breaker match, but I did like this match. It wasn't as good as Braun and Seth, but it was a good match. This was a good match. Next, we have Miz and Kit Wilson versus Danhausen and Minihausen or Luchahausen. I don't know. Apparently, someone said Cole called him Luchahausen. I didn't hear that. Maybe I'm tripping. I heard Minihausen, and Minihausen was a baller. He's probably. And then once I saw who actually was Minihausen, it was a dude's a stud. He's very, very good. Um, he's so talented. He was very, very good in this match. The Minihausen popped me every time he did anything. I was like, yeah, yeah, this guy can go. This guy can go. It shocked me at first because I didn't know who it was. I was like, who is this? Who is this? But no, this guy can go. He's good. Danhausen was good. This is just a fun little match. That's all it was. If you go in this match, you're like, tie on, jacket on. You're like, let's see how this match is. Hopefully, it's up to my artistic taste. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. It's a fun match. That's all it is. It's just a funny match. That's what it's targeted as. That's what it is as. Sometimes it had me doing this. Sometimes I was laughing. Sometimes I was like, this is a little too much. But when when the Minihausen got put in the box, my family was like, I wonder who it's gonna be. I wonder who's gonna come out. I wonder if it's gonna be CM Punk and Danhausen. And then like 5 other mini Danhausen came out. I had to chuckle, man. I was just like, what? And they started jumping him. I was like, is that not a disqualification? Like it was funny to me. It was definitely funny to me. It was it was just a funny match. Like it wasn't a great match, but it wasn't going to be a great match. It was never going to be targeted as like a this is going to be a 5-star match. This is going to be a great match. This was targeted as a hey, this is entertainment. This is an entertaining match, and that's what it did for me. It was very entertaining. I very much enjoyed it. Like it was so dumb, but it made me laugh. Like that's all it is. It's just like if some things get so dumb that it makes me laugh, and I start to enjoy it. And it got to the point where it was so dumb, and it made me laugh, and I enjoyed it. And the mini Hausen was a baller. He was a great in the ring. Hausen was good in the ring. Miz, hey, he's struggling getting those hurricanranas off where they kind of go, you know. Uh, he's struggling, but it was funny. I had a good time, man. I don't know what else to say. I had a good time with this. Surprisingly. Next we have Asuka versus Io Sky. This is my match of the night. This is my match of the night. Io Sky is the best in the world. She just had to show up and show out tonight, and that's what she did. It was a very, very good match. I was surprised Kairi Sane did not come out. If you saw my predictions, I predicted Kairi would come out. She did not come. But it was a very, very good match. And it was so good that at the beginning of the match, they were chanting, "We want Kairi." By the end of the match, they were cheering. They were excited. They didn't mention Kairi at all because it was that good of a match. It was that good. It was very, very good. Io, Asuka, they are insanely good. They are so, so good. I love the continue Asuka lock. Io put Asuka in Asuka lock, and that shocked me. I thought Io, Io passed out, and they raised her hand, and it plopped on the ground. I was like, oh, is the match over? And then she, in the second after it flopped on the ground, she moved and converted it into a pin. And I was like, what? I was like, okay. This was a good match. I enjoyed this match a lot, actually. It was a very good match. It made me happy. If this is Asuka's last match, that made me really sad. She's a top 5 favorite wrestler of all time. Asuka, Kana. I hope this isn't your farewell. I love Asuka so much. Even from Asuka in NXT days, that's when I first saw her. Let's see, that 20. Wow, my head and dates and times are not great, but I remember the first time I watched Asuka. I mean, Asuka versus Ember Moon really encaptured me. Like I was sitting there like, this is awesome. I wish Ember Moon would got more, but Asuka was so good, and then seeing her undefeated streak was awesome. And I remember that first WrestleMania. She won the Royal Rumble. I was like, yeah, she's awesome. She's so good. And she tapped out to Charlotte, and I was sad. But she won titles. She won Royal Rumbles. She is a certified Hall of Famer no matter what she decides to do. She is incredible. She is by far one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. By far. Next, we have the John Cena history making announcement. It was not WWE Club. It was not Club WWE like I thought. It was a John Cena tournament between NXT and WWE guys. This was definitely a John Cena idea. I saw some dude online who's like, this was probably on the spot and John Cena had to make it up. I highly doubt it. This was a John Cena tournament. And by the way he's describing it, this is 100% his idea. If you have heard John Cena talk in interviews or anything about his farewell tour, he talks about how much he loves that he got to put the NXT guys on that event. And I think this just shows it, how much he likes putting these NXT guys on the event. The only thing I didn't like is that they're like, even if you lose, you could still leave with the John Cena Championship because it's fan voted. And I was like, I wish that you didn't do that. I wish it was like a tournament. But I don't know how you would do that with new guys, because eventually you just run a new guy versus new guy or an old guy versus old guy. But I don't know, man. I don't know, but it was a good match. Match. I'm cooked. It was a good. Like I'm interested is what I want to say. I'm very very interested. They said it's gonna be some fan voting, so I'm excited, man. I am excited for sure. I saw someone say Kendall Gray versus Io Sky, and I just started salivating on the spot. I was like, this match is gonna be godly. This match is gonna be so good. That match. That match would make me go feral. That match would go be incredible. Like, I think that's a 5-star classic. Like it's the same thought process of my Leon Slater, Javon Evans versus Street Profits type of thing, where I'm just like, these matches are gonna be so good that it's incredible. I'm so excited. And then yeah, I'm very 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 excited for what they do. They have, there's so many options that they can do with this match. They can do Miles Bourne, Randy Orton, EK Brosber versus so and so, like anybody. EK Brosber's good so far. Um, they could do. E- I saw some comment. Some dude said, "Me after Evil wins the John Cena Championship after losing to Obafemi in 5 minutes," and that that made me laugh so hard. Yeah, I think this is a good idea. I'm very excited to see how that transpires, when it's gonna happen, and that this was definitely a John Cena idea. This is definitely a John Cena idea. Next, we have Roman Reigns versus Jake Fatu. I like this match, but it was probably like my third favorite match of the night. Like it was, I think I liked Braun and Seth more, and I liked Io Asuka, Braun Seth, Roman Reigns, Jake Fatu, Seth Trick. Yeah, that sounds about right. I was like, am I missing a match? No, no, no. This match was good though. I did like the match. This match was good. It was a good match. But I felt like they were kind of holding back throughout this match. I was watching this match, and I was like, they kind of feel like they're not going all the way. And then the match ended with the turnbuckle getting ripped. Jacob Fatu hits turnbuckle spear, 1, 2, 3, and Jacob Fatu goes feral. He's attacking everybody. He's attacking everything. He needs that title, so he is just going on a rampage. And I was like, they're gonna run it back at Clash in Italy. That makes sense, because this match felt like it had more, and it does. That's literally just how I felt. Throughout this entire match, I was sitting there like, this match is good, but it feels like they're like preparing for another one. This match is good. I like this match. I feel like they're holding back. I feel like there's something that's just not there currently. And lo and behold, there's going to be another one. I'm very excited to see how that transpires, how that goes. And I was very, very happy. Roman Reigns is truthful. He said he's going to do it on his own, and he is going to do it on his own. I thought that was very, very cool. I really like that. So it's going to be another, probably Clash in Italy. Roman, Jacob Fatu. And I think that'll be a good match. I do think that'll be a good match. I think that'll be better than this one. Hopefully, if they can use the elements, hopefully, just use like a good. Hopefully, it'll just be a good match, is what I hope. But this match was good. There's a spot where he kind of goes for a smoke drop. He picks him up. Roman Superman punch, bounce off ropes, spear, and I was like, match is over. That was a great technique. I didn't actually think the match was over, but I was like, that segment was cool because I was expecting the drop, and it was a good match. I thought Backlash was very good, just very good. There was like more wrestling on Backlash than there was on both WrestleMania nights. Um, and there could have been more if John Cena didn't do the announcement. That's not a bad thing, by the way. John Cena's announcement was cool. I think NXT versus WWE, John Cena pay-per-view tournament makes sense. I think it did say tournament actually, so maybe it is a tournament, but I think that makes sense. It's going to be all in one night. Very interested to see how that turns out. But yeah, I mean, yeah, my favorite match was Io Sky and Asuka. If you're going to go back and watch this match, go back and watch this match. Watch how the crowd reacts. Watch how they make the crowd be involved and in love with the match and not just the surroundings of it. This match was good. I liked it. There's a few botches. If you're like a stickler to botches, you're probably not gonna like it. I liked it. That's it. Yeah, I liked it. Match is good. Match is good. Match was entertaining. It was a different. It was a different match. This isn't like a match where you can be like, oh, it's like a funny match. That's all it was, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every match on the card. I thought it was a good pay per view. It wasn't the best pay per view I ever seen, but it was a good pay per view for sure. Thank you for watching.